Hey guys, I thought I would come on here and try to offer a bit of encouragement. My hair is a mess. Please do not pay any attention to it. Thought I would come on here and just try to give you guys a bit of encouragement because um, while you're manifesting, it can be a bit of a process, especially when you are looking so much at the 3D in what appears to be reality, um, and you're waiting for things to change. Um, Understand that I'm going to have to try to find this video and link it to this video because it's another video that really talks more about um, what I'm going to get into just in terms of manifesting and what our actual purpose here is on earth um, as spiritual beings. But you have to understand that when you're trying to manifest something and it's not happening right away, there is lag time within the 3D. And some of that lag time is due to the fact that you just have to wait because it takes time for things to manifest within the material world. But in the spiritual world, things happen like that, instantaneously, um, because we are spiritual beings. But the purpose of us being here is to learn how to manifest instantly and not allowing the 3D to get in the way. This is one of the things that I feel that I have learned when it in terms of having a new understanding of biblical concepts, and understanding the whole deal with Christ and what Christ actually is. It's Christ consciousness. Um, it's not Christ as an actual person, but the way that the Bible talks about how Christ would be able to manifest something instantly. He would think about something, instantly turn water to wine. The sea is raging, he gives a word, instantly be able to change the weather. Um, Someone is not able to walk, talk to them instantly. They're able to walk. There's not enough food. We got 2 loaves and 5 fishes, instantly be able to turn that into a surplus that's able to feed 5,000 people, not including the women and the men. So when you really understand the power of your mind, and there is a book by Joseph Murphy that talks about the power of your mind, and I think in another one of my videos I did link that um, audio book. When you understand the purpose of the power of our minds and learning how to master it and master manifesting, you'll start to understand and see things a lot differently. So when you don't see the things that you're trying to manifest come immediately in the 3D, it's because of the lag time. You just have to understand that it's coming. And then too, it could be the lag time, and then it could also be the fact that you may not be living in the end. You may not be living in um, the place where you already have what it is that you want. Or for better words, your self-concept and your belief system has not changed enough to the point where you see it, whatever it is that you're desiring, brought about into your reality, or in the 3D. All I can say is you have to continue to persist, and you have to really, really change your self-concept and be patient. Some people, when they are wanting something, they think that it's just going to happen like in the 3D overnight. Now, depending on um, how depending on how much you have changed your self-concept and are living in the moment of the end of having whatever it is that you desire, will determine how fast you will actually see your manifestations come to pass within the 3D. If you are talking about, trying to attain something, say like you're trying to attain more money, but growing up you had such a negative outlook on money, and your relationship with money was not good because of what you were taught, how you were brought up, you may not be able to manifest the money in that you want as soon as you want, because you have a poor relationship in regards to when it comes to money. And you may just live in a place in your mind of lack, of always thinking that it's hard for you to get money, and every time you get money it's like easy come easy go. So even though you may get it, you're never able to hold on to it for long periods of time, or money just always seems to elude you. You may have a very negative outlook when it comes to money, and that self-concept that you have in terms of your relationship to money has to change. Once it changes and you are consistent and persistent with it, with telling yourself a different story when it comes to your relationship with money. Money is my friend. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I never have to work hard for money. Money wants me just as much as I want money. I'm a money magnet. Money is highly attracted to me. Money flows to me easily all the time. God wants to bless me with money because He knows that I'm a good manager of money. The money that I get, I manage so well that when it goes out, it comes back into me tenfold. I'm always able to do something good with money, and so money is always money is never a issue for me when I have it. Like you just have to start telling yourself a different story when it comes to that. But it's telling yourself a different story every single time you start to have a negative thought in regards to money, and changing your language around it. Like, say your bank account only has a certain amount of money, and you want to buy something, instead of telling yourself, "Oh, I'm broke," or "I'm poor," or "I never have enough money for the things that I want," because you see something that you want and you know what your bank account says, you have to tell yourself, you know, change the language around how you see money and say, This is something that I desire, and I know that I will have it within divine timing. Right now, I am choosing not to spend my money on this item. However, I do know that because it is something that I desire, when the time comes around, I will get it, and I'm grateful that I already have it. Because honestly, it's not so much the thing of money, but it's the luxury that money offers you. It's the freedom that it gives you, and the feeling of contentment that you're actually looking for. The ability to be able to have a certain type of lifestyle, um, where you don't have to worry, about anything. Like just having that feeling of being able to get whatever you want. It's a certain comfort that you have when it comes to knowing that you have a certain amount of money and you can just, go out and get whatever it is that you want. That's what you're really after, that feeling. It's not money. So that's why the relationship and the language that you have pertaining to money has to change, if that is something that you are dealing with manifesting. And once that starts to change and you are persistent in that, anytime you have a negative thought of something that happened, or that you were taught that just totally goes against you trying to have something, you have to combat it with a new thought, a new self-image for yourself, and see yourself as somebody who never has to worry about money. And one of the easiest ways to do that, even to invoke that feeling, is think about somebody that has a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? Like we look at all of these singers and movie stars and stuff like that, and we just think, man, like they got all this money, they don't have to worry about anything, they can get like whatever they want. Well, put yourself in their shoes and act as though you are them. How would you feel? How would you, what's the kind of language that you would have in regards to whatever it is that you want to get? You would feel totally different. You wouldn't be sitting around feeling like, man, I wish that I could have. You wouldn't even be concerned like that about money, because you would just be feeling like, anytime I want it, I could get it. It's that comfort, that level of comfort, and that feeling of ease when it comes to having something. It's not so much the money that you're looking for, but it is that feeling that having money, a lot of money, to allow you to live a certain way offers you. And so that's the state of mind that you want to be in and continue to try to stay in regards to when you're thinking about money and how money is attracted to you, that you just never have to worry about money. Money comes to you easily. Money is always attracted to you. It's always there for you. Like sometimes you could just look down on the floor, or be walking down the street, and there's like money right there that you'll see that other people have passed by, because money is just so attracted to you. Like everywhere you go, every time you turn around, you're getting hit with money. Somebody's giving you money, you know. And again, it's just that feeling that it has to offer. You could be trying to manifest something else. It could be love or whatever. And again, changing your self-concept and thinking differently about things and waiting for it to come into your 3D, it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to be persistent in changing your story about who you are as a person when it comes to money, when it comes to bringing a special person into your life, when it comes to getting a certain place to live, when it comes to getting a certain car, or living a certain lifestyle, whatever it is that you in particularly are trying to manifest into your life, it is really, really changing your story about who you are as a person, and then also waiting for it to appear, because sometimes if it has not appeared, it could be the lag time, like I said, because things don't just happen that fast in the 3D unless you're just that used to being in that kind of flow. Like you really have mastered your mind to that point where things do happen a lot of times instantaneously. And then other times it's because you're still living in an old self-concept and haven't been persistent enough in changing your story about who you are, that is causing you to not see what it is that you're trying to manifest. Just for like shits and giggles, I did something, and I was like, because our minds are really powerful, and sometimes we really don't understand how powerful they are. So I was thinking, my SP hadn't called me something in a long time. Like the word that he would say for me would always be sweetie. And I was just thinking, one day, well, he hasn't called me sweetie in a long time. And I think I was only thinking this for like a couple of days. And anytime that I thought about him, I thought to myself that, we're having a conversation, but instead of him calling me my name, that he was calling me sweetie. And when I would, lay down, to get ready to go to sleep, I'm hearing him, call me sweetie. And then I'm, thinking, oh, looking on the phone and we're texting each other and he's calling me sweetie. Or we're talking on the phone and he's calling me sweetie. And I'm just, going over this like in my head, like this is what I'm thinking, like every single time we would talk on the phone, in my head, when he would call me by my name, I would hear him call me sweetie. And I think about it was only like a couple of days. And like I said, he hadn't called me sweetie in a while. And the one day when we were texting, and he had texted and he was like, hey, sweetie. And I was like, oh, shit. And I just do stuff like that just for, shits and giggles, like I said, just to see how long it will take for certain things to manifest, to show me where my blocks are, and things that I need to work on for myself. And even when it comes to seeing how another person treats you, because sometimes too you have to, when you want certain things, it's not always about you, it's also about your persistence in seeing someone else differently. And for me, it was seeing him differently, but hearing him, not call me by my name, but every time I think about him talking to me, hearing him call me sweetie instead of my name. And like in 2 days it happened, he texted me and said sweetie. And I was like, is everything okay? And he's like, yeah, why? I was like, well, you haven't called me sweetie in a while. And he's like, no, I was just saying it because, I was thinking about you. You was on my mind. And so I was like, okay. But if you guys actually want to start testing how powerful your mind is and how you actually do manifest your reality. Even the negative things that happen to you, which you may not believe, but it all comes from some type of belief system that you've been carrying around with you. Um, and I was telling my girlfriend this. I said, start to tell yourself, um, man, everywhere I go, I keep seeing pink cars. Or whatever, some kind of color car that you don't normally see. You know what I'm saying? Or you could even say, I remember like back in the day, there used to be like a whole bunch of what we used to call buggies. Like we would do like the punch bug, punch buggy, no punchbacks. And there used to just be a lot of them. They were like really popular, cute little cars. So, you don't really see too many of them nowadays, but you want to test the power of your mind. Just start telling yourself, oh wow, like every time I turn around, I'm always seeing like these the little punch buggy cars. For me, I think you definitely have to do something that would be out of the ordinary, and then like mark down on the calendar the day that you start doing it, and be consistent with it. Like say it to yourself all the time, man, I keep on seeing these punch bug cars, or I keep seeing pink cars. Everywhere I go, I keep seeing pink cars. When you wake up in the morning, be like, man, I know I'm going to see a pink car today because I keep on seeing pink cars everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And then you actually expect it. Write down the day that you start doing that, and then write down how long it takes before you actually see the evidence of the first car. I think people will be really surprised to see that they really do have more power than what they have been told that they have. We really, really do. Um, and the whole thing, there's like some other things that I would like to get into, but I just can't right now. I know this video is like mad long, but just, as a starting point, try to do that and see. But whatever it is, like I said in the beginning, that you are trying to manifest, if you are not seeing it yet, it is either because you are not living in the end of what it is that you desire, acting and feeling as though you already have it, and you are still living in your old self-concept and belief system, or you just have not had enough time go by because of the lag time of being on Earth and being in 3D. But there is this video, which I was trying to talk about earlier. There is this video, I'm going to try to link it if I can find it, where this guy has a near-death experience, and he talks about seeing two beings that told him that they were his sons in a past life, and that our purpose on earth is to learn how to manifest those things that we want and master it. It's probably maybe about a good 15 minutes into the story, I believe, because the story is kind of long, like, but it's nice to just listen to. It's a really nice near-death experience story in the way that he talks about things. But I'm telling you, you guys learn to master manifesting, really learning how to master your mind, and understanding how powerful we are and how we've been lied to believe that all the power for the things that we want comes from this God that's on the outside of us. That is so not true. It is us. It is us. And I know that there are a lot of people that may disagree with that, but from the things that I have been learning, I definitely know that that is true. and at least it is in my reality. So I hope that this video was able to help someone, inspire someone, and encourage someone. You guys leave me a comment below and let me know if this was something that helped, and I hope it did. Hope you guys feel like you got a good word, because sometimes it just be like that. I'm out.